Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, I'm dressed the way that I am on purpose because I get to leave here and go take a deposition where I'm a party in the case. And the lawyer representing this individual actually filed a motion for protective order. You can't make it up. Not wanting me to be able to take the deposition in person, fearful that I would intimidate the person who I am deposing. You know, it's fun going through life with a badass reputation. It really is. And I just want all of you to know that I'll report tomorrow what happens. It's going to be fun. I'm dressed like this because, you know, if they're worried about me, why not show up with my Bulldog Mafia black t-shirt instead of a suit, right? All right, let's get right to the news. First and foremost, Hillary's response. Hillary's response to the Durham thing is it's all Fox News, all Trump, trying to divert attention from their problems. That's not going to work, Hillary. It's not going to work. The Wall Street Journal, who the first day ignored it, back-to-back op-eds. Yesterday's op-ed, a strange defense of spying on Trump. And what they tried to claim in here was, the response from the guy that was doing it, was they were helping the CIA. They gave it to the CIA. And this is great. He says, we doubt government contracts include, in case of threats, first call Democrats. He's claiming it was a contract for the government. Okay, then the questions become, who in the government provided the contract that gave him such access to White House records? Why did he cooperate with the Clinton campaign operatives? And how did he come up to hire the same lawyer who worked for the Clinton campaign? Are you kidding me? So if he does have a contract with somebody in the government, FBI, CIA, whoever, and he gets some kind of information, he's supposed to give it to the Democrats in the Hillary Clinton campaign? This is going to be so good. It's going to be bad for them, but it's going to be great for Trump. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. Now, Hillary Clinton's lawyer, MARCELIAS, who paid for the STEELE dossier, the fraud, is now representing Black Lives Matter. Wow. Boy, this guy really knows how to choose clients. Unfreaking believable. MARCELIAS, we need to get him. I got to ask this question. Has Putin punked the world, including the Joe Biden administration? I thought about this last night. What if all the buildup on the Ukrainian border, let's face it, our intelligence said it was going to happen Wednesday. Really? You know, they said that he was going to do a false flag. They threw that at us. Remember, they're going to act like something happened to Russia. There was Ukrainian did something to us. So then Russia was allowed, or so Russia could do something back. Are you kidding me? Then it was Wednesday. Wednesday didn't happen. What if Putin is doing all this buildup, all this military exercise, laughing his ass off in the Kremlin and all the commotion going on in the world and the Joe Biden administration? It's one big punk. I mean, it seems like maybe that's what it is. Hysterical. Terrible, but hysterical. Blinken, our Secretary of State, you know what he did before becoming Secretary of State? He helped universities skirt rules to receive communist China cash money. Let that sink in. Our Secretary of State, Joe Biden, Secretary of State, helped universities get Chinese communist money. It's in Peter Schweizer's book, Caught Red-Handed. Unbelievable. Trudeau, it came back out about Trudeau, Justin Trudeau, the great Prime Minister of Canada. He admires China more than anybody else because of the dictatorship. Well, he ought to know how to become a dictator, right? He admires him. He studies him. The Canadian Justice Minister, LAMETTI, has come out and said that if you're a Trump supporter, you better be careful about your bank account. As our little Buddha Jake Barton pointed out on a thread with all of us, he said, well, if I'm a Canadian, I might be taking my money out of the banks. Way to start a run on your banking system, you moron. If you think your bank account's going to be frozen, are you going to leave your money in there? Hell no. I mean, you can't make this up. The People's Convoy, check out my interview yesterday with Miss Haggart and Mr. Weber. We're going to get behind this. Bulldog Nation is. It's exciting. The People's Convoy, beginning February 23rd in California, and they're going all the way to Washington, D.C. Canada, speaking of our friends from the north, has frozen 34 cryptocurrencies because they were using cryptocurrencies for the Freedom Convoy. What did Weber and Haggart tell us yesterday? They told us that they're going to use cryptocurrency instead of GoFundMe for the People's Convoy. What will Joe Biden do? Will he follow Trudeau's lead? The Palin jury. I called it. The Palin jury admits they knew the judge dismissed the cases before they ruled. Sarah Palin is going to win in the Sixth Circuit, I can tell you that. The jury knew the judge was dismissing the cases before they made their decision. Unfreaking believable. Remember what I told you? That what goes on between the judges' chambers and the jury chambers? We'll see what really happened. Chris Cuomo, it's revealed that he sexually assaulted somebody. That's really why he got fired. Sorry, Chris. And he's getting his revenge. He keeps bringing CNN. By the way, why does CNN even exist anymore? I mean, they're crashing and burning. Who finally takes over CNN and says, let's start a whole new team? Wouldn't it be great, Josh, if I got a phone call and they said, Bulldog, we want you to be our new flag leader of the CNN network. We're going full libertarian. Yes. Wouldn't that be hysterical that I take over for somebody like Don Lemon? I'm available, CNN, on my terms. Twitter suspends the Defiant L's. You know what this group did? They would just put up comparisons showing how the liberals lie. Like Chuck Schumer said something about how important this is, and then he put something up saying it was. Shut down. 350,000 followers. A Levi executive gave up $1 million to stay strong and leave the company, Oracle status to her, rather than get the old vax. She was speaking out against the vax mandates. How do you like that? Quebec drops the mandate. See, Quebec, we have states, they have provinces. The Quebec province dropped the mandate. Remember a long time ago, there was I think he was the prime minister, or he was maybe the head of one of the provinces. His name was Ford, and he was a big, fat, Chris Farley looking guy, and he was dancing, and he was drunk, and he had all these problems. He's the head of the Quebec province. No more mandates. He says people are tired of mandate. That guy has 9 lives of a political career. The FDA executive was caught on tape, good old Veritas, we love them. Annual COVID shots coming by the government. An annual COVID shot. Just like the old flu shot, the annual COVID shot. Sandy Hook, this is big news. The Sandy Hook family settled with Remington for $73 million. They attacked the gun makers' marketing. I called it. The insurance companies paid the money. The insurance companies are paying the money. And what they're trying to do is they don't want to set a bad precedent. By the way, just to let you know, this is an incredible tragedy. I stand with all of America of the absolute horror that the Sandy Hook families experienced with that shooting. And that Nimrod that did it, went and got his mom's guns and did it. I mean, but where I differ is, it's not the gun's fault. And if we had a gun at that school, it wouldn't have been this bad or it happened at all. But regardless of that, I'm happy for the Sandy Hook families. I'm just saying that I think what Remington did for all the gun companies is they didn't want to set a bad precedent with that case. I mean, that's a bad case to take to trial. You might get some bad law started. All right, my final thoughts for today. And by the way, check out my piece that I wrote today about career politicians. I think it's really good. These are short and sweet. You can find it on Bulldog Reports, and we'll be posting it on social media. My final thoughts today, and I think I'm going to write a column about this tomorrow, is how Mike DeWine, Andy Beshear, Joe Biden, all of them, Fauci, treat adult Americans like we're kindergartners. And the absurdity of it all. What caught my attention on this is yesterday's Enquirer. Bashir, Kentucky should exit COVID-19 red zone in a month. Article was written by Sarah Ladd from the Courier-Journal. You can't make this up. Andy Bashir says, if these trends continue, we believe Kentucky will move out of the red and into the orange or even the yellow conservatively by March 14th. I don't know about you, but I've heard that my grandchildren in St. Cecilia's school have like different colored cards for their discipline or achievement. Do you know what the hell red, orange, and yellow cards for Kentucky COVID is? It's absurd. And it's in this the way they do it. And you know what? They're all, Andy Bashir is a product of the everybody gets a trophy generation. And it just doesn't it make you mad? You know, he tells us about the weather. Like, I wonder if he's doing an announcement today. It's going to rain really hard in Kentucky today, folks. Things are going to be wet. You know, a snowstorm's coming. There's going to be ice. Be careful out there driving. I mean, it's just, ugh. We are resilient, tough, strong, adult Americans. We don't need to be treated like kindergartners. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. I hope all Kentuckians and all Americans have a great day.